Welcome back to my channel. The Visionary has finally stepped forward to address the storm, and he is refusing to stay silent while chaos consumes Monday Night Raw. If the shocking reveal of Austin Theory as the hooded mystery man left you stunned, then brace yourself, because the reaction from his former mentor Seth Rollins has added an entirely new layer of intensity to the situation. The bond between these two competitors stretches back years, built on guidance, ambition, and shared battles, and now that history has exploded into the open. Rollins has delivered what many are calling a brutal dose of reality, a verbal pipe bomb aimed directly at the new direction of Raw and the dangerous forces reshaping the landscape. Today we are diving deep into every angle of this volatile reaction, unpacking what it means for the locker room, the power balance, and the future of WWE. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and prepare to step inside the mind of the architect as we break it all down. Welcome once again to your daily wrestling briefing. It is Tuesday, December 16th, 2025, and the wrestling world is still buzzing from the seismic impact of Monday Night Raw. The echoes of that night are impossible to ignore, as fans and superstars alike continue to process what they witnessed. We saw the unmistakable signs of a changing of the guard, a merciless assault on the man known as the best in the world, and the long-awaited unmasking of the individual who has been haunting the roster for months. Amidst the destruction, confusion, and unanswered questions, one familiar voice has risen above the noise to bring clarity, warning, and perhaps a touch of prophecy. Seth Rollins has finally spoken, and his words have sent shockwaves through the entire locker room, putting everyone on notice that this battle is far from over. Monday Night Raw delivered a masterclass in tension, brutality, and storytelling, a show that reminded fans why unpredictability is the lifeblood of professional wrestling. The night began with CM Punk, a man fueled by conviction and resentment, stepping into the spotlight with a singular purpose: expose what he sees as frauds hiding behind hype and protection. Punk unleashed a verbal onslaught against Bron Breakker, questioning his independence, his legitimacy, and his ability to stand tall without being propped up by systems and allies. With every sentence, Punk cut deeper, demonstrating once again why he is regarded as one of the sharpest minds and most dangerous talkers in the industry. The crowd hung on every word as Punk dismantled Breakker's image piece by piece, but in doing so, he crossed a line that could not be uncrossed. While Punk was lighting fires on the microphone, chaos was simultaneously unfolding elsewhere. Rey Mysterio was locked in a desperate struggle against Logan Paul, fighting not just an opponent, but the odds stacked relentlessly against him. Rey's heart and experience kept him alive in the contest, but looming in the shadows was the hooded figure who had become a recurring nightmare for the roster. Once again, that mystery man interfered, tilting the scales and reminding everyone that no one was truly safe. The sense of siege was undeniable, as Raw felt less like a wrestling show and more like a battlefield where unseen hands were manipulating outcomes. The identity of this attacker had become the key to understanding the larger war brewing behind the scenes, and the tension was reaching a breaking point. That breaking point arrived when Bron Breakker decided words were no longer enough. After absorbing Punk's verbal demolition, Breakker exploded with raw aggression, charging forward with a spear so devastating it looked like a collision between speeding vehicles in the middle of the ring. The impact was sickening, silencing the arena in an instant as Punk crumpled to the mat. Left gasping and broken, Punk became a grim example of the new generation's philosophy, a generation that values overwhelming power and ruthless efficiency just as much as, if not more than, microphone mastery. The message was clear: respect is no longer earned through words alone, and hesitation will be punished without mercy. Yet even that brutal moment was only a prelude to the true climax of the night. As the Logan Paul vs. Rey Mysterio match descended into chaos, the hooded mystery man struck again, this time with calculated precision. Rey was taken out decisively, the interference tipping the match firmly in Logan Paul's favor and cementing the sense that an organized force was at work. As the dust settled, the figure stood tall in the center of the ring alongside his allies, soaking in the reaction of a stunned audience. Then came the moment everyone had been waiting for. The hood was slowly removed, and the arena erupted as the identity was finally revealed. It was Austin Theory, the former protege of Seth Rollins, now standing confidently as the hidden blade of this emerging faction. Theory wore a smug grin, fully aware of the significance of the moment, as the crowd realized that the future was no longer content to wait patiently. The future had arrived, and it was prepared to seize the present by force. This revelation instantly transformed the storyline into something deeply personal. Austin Theory was no longer just another ambitious star. He was a reflection of Seth Rollins' own legacy, a student stepping out of the shadow of his teacher and daring to challenge the very foundation that shaped him. Rollins' reaction, filled with equal parts frustration, disappointment, and defiance, underscored the emotional weight of the situation. He spoke not only as a competitor, but as a mentor who sees his lessons being twisted into something dangerous. Rollins warned the locker room that what they are witnessing is not just a power grab, but a philosophical shift, one that could redefine what it means to survive on Monday Night Raw. The alliance between Bron Breakker, Austin Theory, and Logan Paul represents a volatile mix of power, arrogance, and ambition, a combination that could overwhelm even the most seasoned veterans. As the dust settles, questions loom larger than ever. Is Seth Rollins right in his assessment of Austin Theory as a follower searching for his next leader, or has Theory truly evolved beyond his mentor's influence and forged his own identity? Can Rollins withstand the combined assault of Breakker's brute force, Theory's calculated aggression, and Logan Paul's opportunistic chaos? The answers will shape the weeks and months to come as Raw hurdles toward an uncertain and explosive future. Now it is your turn to weigh in. I want to know what you think about this unfolding saga. Do you believe Austin Theory has finally surpassed Seth Rollins, or is he still living in the shadow of the architect? Can Rollins stand alone against this dangerous coalition, or will he need allies to survive the storm? Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below, because this conversation is just getting started. The fallout from Raw is only the beginning, as tensions continue to rise and alliances are tested under pressure. Seth Rollins now stands at a crossroads, forced to confront the consequences of his past while preparing for an all-out war against the future he helped create. Austin Theory's confidence signals that he is no longer only demanding dominance. With Bron Breakker and Logan Paul at his side, the balance of power on Raw feels more unstable than ever. One thing is certain, the next chapter is coming fast, and it promises chaos no one can control. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, share it with your wrestling group chat, and subscribe for more in-depth updates and analysis. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.